Hello guys, trust you're doing fantastic. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Wireshark installation. All right, so let's see the few things we need to understand about Wireshark. What is Wireshark? That's the most important thing. All right, so Wireshark is a software protocol analyzer or packet sniffer application used for network troubleshooting, analysis, software and protocol development, as well as for educational purposes. As data streams travel back and forth over the network, the sniffer captures each protocol data unit, which is known as the PDU, and can decode and analyze its content according to the appropriate RFC or other specifications. Now, Wireshark is a useful tool for anyone working with networks and can be used with most labs in the CCNA courses for data analysis and troubleshooting. This lab provides instruction for downloading and also installing Wireshark. All right, so let's get to understand what is the requirement for we to download and install Wireshark. Now, what you need is that you require one PC. All right, so you need a Windows system or a Mac system. Make sure you have an internet connection. All right, so let me give you more information, some tips that is going to be helpful. Now, Wireshark has become the industry standard packet sniffer program used by network engineers. It's an open source software which is available for many different operating systems, including Windows, Mac, Linux, and so on and so forth. Now, in this lab, you will download and install Wireshark software program on your PC. All right, so let's go straight to downloading Wireshark. All right, so the first thing we need to do, we can get Wireshark from this particular URL. So what I'm going to advise you to do is copy this URL and let's head straight to our browser and then get to the home page of Wireshark. Okay guys, let's do this. All right, so you can see I've copied mine. You can right click, you can copy. Then let's go straight to our browser. So let's copy, let's paste it. So we have this. All right, so this is the home page of Wireshark. All right, so what does the instruction says? Let's go back to our instruction. So it says choose the software version you need based on your PC's architecture and operating system. So for me, the operating system of my PC is Windows. Now, for instance, if you have 64-bit PC running Windows, choose Windows installer 64-bit. So for my case, it's Windows and it's 64-bit. All right, so let's do that. It says after making a selection, the download should start. The location of the download file depends on the browser and operating system that you use. For Windows and for my case, it goes straight directly to the download folder. Okay, so let's do this quickly. All right, so it says download Wireshark now. So click on it. It takes you to the last page or the bottom page of the web page and the type of installer you need to select. For my case, it's Windows. So I'm going to select, if you're using Mac, please, you have an option for Mac. All right, so I'm going with the stable release. So I'm going to select Windows 64 installer because my PC is 64-bit and the operating system is Windows. So let me select this. Now, once I click this, the download should begin. Now, I have an option to download. So let me send it straight to the download and then click on the save button and then it's downloading. So this might take some time, so we have to wait for this to finish downloading and then we can move on to the next step of installing the Wireshark. All right, so the Wireshark is done downloading and here the setup file is right in the download folder. The next thing we need to do is to go right away and install the Wireshark. But first, let's go to our PPT and see the things we need to do. All right, we've downloaded it. So let's install the Wireshark. Now the downloaded file is named Wireshark where X represents the version number. If you downloaded the 64-bit version, double click the file to start the installation process. Right, so respond to any security message that may display on your screen. If you already have a copy of Wireshark on your PC, you'll be prompted to uninstall the old version before installing the new version. So take note, I'm going to take you through this process. It's recommended that you remove the old version of Wireshark prior to installing another version. Now click yes to uninstall the previous version of Wireshark. So, and then if this is your first time to install Wireshark, or after you have completed the uninstallation process, you will navigate to the Wireshark setup wizard. Now you click next, continue advancing through the installation process. Now click I agree when the licensing or when the license agreement window displays. Keep the default setting on the now choose your desired shortcut option and click next. All right, so we're going to do all of this. You can change the installation location of Wireshark, but unless you have limited disk space, for me, I have limited disk space, so I'm going to change the location of my installation. Now to capture live network data, npcap must be installed on your PC. Now, if npcap is already installed on your PC, the install checkbox will be unchecked. If your installed version of npcap is older than the version that comes with Wireshark, it is recommended that you allow the newer version to be installed by clicking install npcap. So for me, I already have Wireshark installed on my PC, so I'm going to be getting most of this prompt. All right, so do not use now. The few things I want to tell you when we're installing the Wireshark is do not install USB pcap for normal traffic capture. Do not select the checkbox to install USB pcap. USB pcap is experimental and it could cause USB problems on your PC. Click install to continue. So we're going to uncheck this. During the process of installation, I'm going to call your attention to USB pcap. Wireshark start installing its file and display with the status of the installation. All right, so in a separate window, accept the license. So some of these things during the installation process, you might not be able to see some of this prompt on my screen. So I'm letting you know in advance the things that you might experience. All right, so in a separate window, you're going to experience this often. In a separate window, accept the license agreement in the npcap setup wizard if installing npcap. Now click agree to continue. Click install to install npcap, click next to finish the npcap installation, and click finish to exit the npcap installation. All right, so click next when the Wireshark installation is complete. Click finish to complete the Wireshark install process. Reboot your computer if necessary. So I'm going to take you through the steps. All right, so this is to guide you so that you can always go back and check the things you need to do in case you're confused at any point in time. So let's go straight to where we have the installer and begin the process. So let's double click on it. Like so, let's wait. All right, so this is the instruction on my screen. It says, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? You're going to get this prompt. So click yes. And now it says, Wireshark 4.00 bit is already installed. Would you like to uninstall it first? Now, like I said, when you read my PPT, it says I already have Wireshark installed. I already have npcap installed. So these are older versions. Now, once Wireshark detects that you have a version already, it's going to ask you to uninstall it and then install the new version. So for me, I have it. So I'm going to accept Wireshark to uninstall the older version I have so that I can install the newer version. So I'm going to select yes. But for your own case, if you're the first time, you might not get to this stage. You just go straight to installing. All right, so on my screen, I have welcome to Wireshark. Next, continue. All right, it says the license agreement. All right, noted. So I'm going to click on noted means I agree. Okay, so the next option is that your donation keeps this release coming. Well, I'm not donating, so just click on the next button. Good, it says choose one features of Wireshark. Now you have the select component to install. Now all you need to do, just leave it the way it is. Don't tick anything at this point. Don't select anything at this point. Just click on the next button. All right. All right. So it says create shortcut. For me, wire start menu item, Wireshark desktop item. So this two is already pre-selected. I'm going to leave it that way. Okay, I'm not going to select the third option that says quick launch icon. No, I'm going to leave it that way. It's okay. So I'm going to select on the next button. I'll click the next button. So click next. Now I'm prompted to decide which directory do I want to install this software into. For me, I don't have enough space on C, so I usually change the direction. I'm going to change it to D directory. So I have a folder on my D directory where I usually install my programs because I don't have enough space. So I'm going to select the OK button. All right, so that takes me back. Now I have successfully changed the directory to D, okay, to the specific folder I want to install Wireshark into. So all I need to do is to click next. All right, this is the point you have to be very watchful. It says currently installed npcap version. For me, I have version 1.7. Now it shows that I have it already. Good. So for me, I want to install, I would love to install npcap. Now it says Wireshark requires npcap or window cap to capture live data. Okay, I already have it installed. So all I need to do is to click on next. Okay, good. Now currently installed USB cap is currently not installed, so I don't want to install it. Now don't forget, once you get to this option of install USB pcap, don't select the option, just leave it that way. Continue your installation. Don't click the box, don't check it, right? Because you don't need it. All right, so the installation is ongoing. So in a few minutes the installation should be over. It's quite fast. Setup was completed successfully, so all I need to do is to click the next button. All right, so I want to reboot manually. Okay, don't reboot now, I'm going to reboot it myself. So I'm going to tick the option that says I want to manually reboot later. All right, then I click on finish. This is the end. So this is how easy it is to install your Wireshark. So if you've gotten to this part, it means that you have learned something significant today, which is how to download and install Wireshark. So I'm going to encourage you to pay attention to the subsequent videos in this channel, because I'm going to be coming up with another video on how you can use Wireshark to analyze network. All right then, enjoy this video. Bye.